Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jethanand Rahi. I am professor of English. I have taught for 37 years English language and English literature. At this moment, I am standing at the Dundas Square. Today is November 16 and it is 6:40 p.m. This is Dundas Square, and you know the importance of Dundas Square and the popularity of Dundas Square is that is almost the same of the Times Square that is in New York. And for New York, we say it is a city which never sleeps. Same goes for Toronto also. This spot, especially on the weekends. Today is not the weekend. Today is Thursday, but even then you can see the people around here and enjoying their life, and we all must enjoy our life fully, because as they say in English, or as we say in all the languages, and we should believe life is only for once and we should enjoy it fully. We should not live in the past, or we should not so much worry about our future, because we should learn from our past and we should enjoy our present, and then we can think of future. We should plan for future, but we should not be so much worried about our future, because there is a saying in English that we should save something for the rainy day. But some people say, I also believe that we keep on saving, ignoring our present life and making our present life, less enjoyable, saving for the rainy day. And they say, suppose the rainy day never comes, then what? So you saved, and the rainy day never comes. So this is the Dundas Square. You can see very high-rise buildings. The tallest here in Toronto is the CN Tower, that was built in the early 70s. At that time, it was one of the tallest towers in the world. But nowadays, because in Dubai, there is Burj Khalifa that is 166 stories. So CN Tower is 1,400 feet, that is 1,400 feet tall. I recently visited about 3 weeks ago the revolving restaurant over on the top, that is at the height of 1,400 feet, and I had my lunch there, and it was a wonderful experience. So if you are in Toronto, or whenever you visit Toronto, because many people come from the world just to see the CN Tower, it's a very popular, picnic spot or a point for tourists and for tourism. And Toronto earns a lot because of the tourism. During the COVID days, all the people of restaurants and hotels, they were complaining there were very less people here, and so naturally their business was down. And thankfully now we have got rid of the COVID, and since 2021 or 22 especially, now we are enjoying our lives. So that this is the Dundas Square, and now I am moving towards here, and while walking, I'll show you around what is going on. So as I told you, those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The ID of my YouTube channel is Jethanand Rahi, Jetha Jetha, Jethanand, Nand, Rahi, Rahi. I'll share my link of the YouTube channel with this vlog that is in the English language. So especially I have made this vlog for all those people around the world who understand English language. I know many of my students, rather all of my students, whom I taught for 37 years. Yes, 37 years, from 1977 to 2014. And then I came to Toronto and have been living here for the last 10 years, more than now 10 years, because we came here first time on 20th July 2013. Then we went back for a few months and then came back again. And so since July 2014, we have been living here. We have been visiting our homeland after every 2 years, but during the COVID time, that 2 years increased to 3 years. But we have been visiting. So visited the place, went there in 21 and came back in 22 after about 5.5 months. So we have a plan to go there after 2 years. That would be in 2024. So I'm not telling the name of this street. See the place, Oh, sorry. This is the place, written here. It is World Food Market, So it is all. It reminds me of Thailand or other countries where food is served like this. So you can see little. In Urdu we say chota or small eateries, where you can have, for example, this Caribbean bistro. So different varieties there. It is foot long. Steak and cheese is there. So different things are there. You can come here and enjoy. This is on the Yonge Street. So I'm walking on the Yonge Street and heading towards the Yonge North. And if you don't know, let me tell you, Yonge Street is the longest street in the world. You would say how it is the longest street in the world. So actually here it is called Yonge Street, but it's not a street. You can see on both sides there are footpaths, and very easily 4 cars or 4 vehicles can be on this street. I don't think it is a street. It is actually a road, a quite wide road. So 2 cars could be on the right side and 2 cars could be on the left side. And there is this much of footpath also. See the footpath. And now this is the university. I'm unable to read the name from here. You can just see it is a university, a very university. And here it is, where you can see those white lights, hanging. That is a 66-story building. And let me tell you, if we head towards the Yonge from here, Yonge where we have got the Yonge subway station. So at that cross section of Yonge and Bloor, because Bloor also intersects, this street, and Yonge is also there, because at Yonge subway station, on the top it is a junction also. So on the top the name of the station is Bloor, and the station that is on the ground or underground, that is called Yonge. So at that intersection, now they are building, almost they have built it. It is an 88-story building. 88 story, just imagine. That would be after CN Tower, that would be the highest building in Toronto. So you can imagine the height, 88 multiplied by 14 or 13. Generally here, like the whole world, on the ground floor and on the first floor, that is also called the mezzanine floor, they have offices or stores or shops, etc. And after that, they have condos. In Desi countries or in some countries, those condos are called apartments or flats. But here they are called condos or condominiums, because the requirement of that condominium is, there are some requirements for that. Number one of them is they must have 24 hours 24/7 security, and then they must have a club also, and a school also should be close by, and facilities for transportation that includes street cars, buses, and a subway station close by. So naturally the value of those condos, it increases with all these facilities close by. By the way, where I live, that is at the Messi Squares, there bus is only 3 or 4 minutes away. The bus is available 24/7, 24 hours. You can get the bus from 4 a.m. till 2 a.m. The bus runs, that is called daytime bus, and from 2 a.m. till 4 a.m. that is called the night bus. The difference is that during the daytime the buses come after every 5 or 10 minutes depending on the demand of when are the rush hours, the school times, or people going for offices. So the buses come frequently. Same goes for the underground train also, that is called here subway. And then there are street cars also. Street cars are some sort of moving like a train, but naturally the shape of those train type bogies is a different one. And nowadays in Toronto we have the latest and very modern coaches or compartments of those street cars. They are quite long, quite comfortable. So that is the transport here. The transport here is named TTC, that is Toronto Transport Commission. It is managed by the city government. It has got its own CEO, that is the Chief Executive Officer. He is offered a very handsome amount. Those big officers are these very officers, who are supposed to be very intelligent and very professional. Their salaries are too much, They run in 6 figures, not 5 figures. Sometimes it is in 6 figures yearly. They don't get monthly salaries. They get yearly salaries. And naturally, after every 2 weeks, they pay them. Now here it is, the City Dental on Yonge. So I was telling you that I am heading towards the north of the Yonge Street, and this Dundas Square. It has the intersection here. The Dundas Street intersects the Yonge Street, and it is a 0 point in Toronto. And from here it is decided east, west, north and south for making things easier postal address wise. And when you tell somebody where you will meet him, so you tell him just come to the intersection of Bloor and Yonge. It means where the Bloor Street intersects the Yonge Street. So I was telling you, here these roads, when it is out of the city, these same streets or avenues, they are called roads. When they are in the city, they are either called avenue or road. This is called a street also, but it's not a street as I told you. This sound, it is of the subway, underground train. Mostly in Toronto, 98% the trains are underground, and 2% sometimes they are on the ground. And the reason is obvious, because they have to keep the balance. Balance means where it is necessary, because of the up and down, or maybe underground they find some very hilly are very concrete or something where they are unable to cut down with the help of their machines. So naturally then in Urdu we say majburi hai, means helplessness hai. That is why they just balance and the trains are outside. Especially while going on line 1 from St. George towards Vaughan, or from heading on the same line 1 heading towards the Finch station. At some places they are on the ground, and then it sounds very beautiful because when you are underground you don't see anything unless you are on the station. Otherwise it is all in the tunnel. Here it is, burger factory. So they try to give it a different name, not for the sake of fashion, but to make it different from others so that you can Google them. So whenever you Google, you will just write down burger factory and their address and location would be there. So otherwise there are many burger factories. Now let me show you this place also. I don't know what is the name. Here is the name. I'm not advertising for them, just introducing those who. This is shawarma falafel kofta. So those who understand Hindi language or Desi language, they are able to see. This shawarma is something I think for the first time that was created or made maybe in the Middle East, somewhere in the Arab countries. This is my guess, I may be wrong. Now it is very popular in first world countries also. What they do is, they have a steel rod in between, and on that steel rod, they have chicken or mutton or beef or pork, that is on the all sides of that steel rod, and it is cooked, where the flames are not touching that mutton or beef or pork, but because of the heat that is close by, they are cooked like that. So you don't have so much of oil, and people like it. With that, they offer different things, Here it is 7-Eleven, If I'm not wrong, this is the very popular, store, an Australian store, if I'm not wrong. So I'm crossing the street. So this is the intersection of Yonge. This is the Yonge Street. This is the Yonge Street. It is closed. That side is closed because of the construction. There is the Tim Horton. I'll go there. And on that side we have got Shoppers Drug Mart, and there is Bulk Barn also, and there is cinema also, Carlton Cinemas. So here this is called the Carlton Road, and after this it is called College Street. And when College Street goes further 2, 3, 4 kilometers, then its name changes and it becomes University Avenue. University Avenue is, very, very important city. Excuse me. So I'm just crossing this and heading towards the Tim Hortons. That is my favorite, or Starbucks. I have been not drinking coffee. My favorite drink is tea. Especially from Tim Hortons, my most favorite is steep tea, small steep tea, 1 sweetener, 1 milk. That is my very favorite one. So small one, not because I want to save dollars, but small one because I don't drink too much. That is the point. So here it is downwards, it is called College Park also, where there are eateries and so many eateries. This is the Tim Hortons. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my video, please like it, share it with your friends and family. You should subscribe it and tell your friends and family to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So at this moment I'm standing here on the College Street heading these vehicles, they are heading towards the vehicles on the right side, they are heading towards the College Street. And College Street, after about half kilometer there is intersection of College and Bay. So there is a Bay Street, and at Bay Street if you head towards the north, after about 2 kilometers there would be Bay subway station. So on Bay Street, there are so many of very important places. So I will show you Bay Street also. Thank you so much. Love you all. Take care of your parents, your children and your family. First of all, you should take care of yourself. If you are healthy and you are well, then and only then you can take care of your parents. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.